you're dating or talking with a guy, you need to be upfront of your intentions or what you expect. If you're looking for a relationship, if you're dating, then you need to voice that initially. Do your best and understand that if your best is a C, then that's okay. That doesn't mean, oh my gosh, you're gonna be unsuccessful. I just really wanted to leave. I've realized I'm the person that wants to leave when in an argument. Hello, welcome to the Hair and Love Show, where I give you my best and most honest advice on any of your self-love, dating, and relationship questions while I do my hair. Today, we're turning up the notch a bit, okay? Last video, it was kind of a fail, but it taught some lessons. Thank you guys for all your recommendations. I definitely should have asked you guys first what I should have done before trying to do that. But yeah, if you haven't seen that video, you may want to go check that out. I've been really in the mood to dye my hair, as all of the world. Today is the day. I'm done thinking about it. I'm just gonna do it. Yes, I'm dyeing my hair today. I know you guys told me that you wanted me to try the wax, but I'm too impatient to wait for it to ship. So I decided to follow the thing that's been popping lately. This little baby right here. Shall we? Let's go. Let go. Hit the road. Jump on a float. Before I apply this, I'm going to moisturize my hair. It actually recommended, it says apply a leave-in conditioner before the color to keep curls hydrated. I'm going to be using the Melanin leave-in conditioner because I love this stuff. It's my new fave. I'm going to start by putting this all over my hair, and then I'm going to apply this. You guys are amazing. I got so many questions and I'm like excited because it's like, okay, you guys seem to really be enjoying the show, and there's a lot of people that's coming out and, you know, opening up to asking questions. These questions are really, really good. Also, I have my warm water in a spray bottle just to keep my hair wet as I'm applying the product. That's just how I like to do it. All right, first question. Have you guys, my boyfriend and I, ever fought to a point that you need space but can't since y'all live together? When I saw this, I'm like, girl, are you a fly on the wall or something? Because lately, me and my boyfriend have been bumping heads a little bit, which is really funny. Actually, I really want to say this one story that happened. It was probably like the most upset I've been with him like ever. And it was even more frustrating because I had to deal with my frustration while living together. Maybe I'll tell that story. I think it's a funny-ish kind of story and it's a lesson, so I'll get his permission. But anyways, obviously having arguments in a relationship is healthy. It's normal if you have it every now and then, especially it seems like in the first stages of you moving in together. I feel like you're bound to argue with anybody that you're in a space with all the time. It's crazy because me and my friend, we had little bickers and little things that I never even expected because we lived together, and it was just bound to happen. So the same goes for when you move in with your boyfriend or your husband or whatever, fiance. It's been a challenge for me, honestly. I don't know if it's an Aquarius thing, but I am not good with dealing with my emotions like around other people, if that makes sense. Like, I'm used to dealing with my emotions by myself. I'll get, you know, mad at somebody or I'll get upset about something, but once I cool down and have my own space and like have time to really think, because I feel like some people like need therapists. Oh, let me make sure I'm doing my hair. Some people need people to talk to and vent to. And trust me, I have my moments where I want to talk and vent to people, but I feel like I'm my own therapist. I go to myself when I need advice or a pep talk. Even though, again, there are times where I go to other people, but I'm in my head a lot and I need my own space to think about whatever I'm upset about. And I'll go in my head and be like, you know, was this right? You know, this and that. Or sometimes I'll like watch videos or read books and just certain things like that. But what I'm trying to say is, it's been difficult for me to handle arguments while I'm living with my boyfriend, because back then when we weren't living together and we got into an argument, it was was easy because I could just leave and go back to my place and then have my own space for a day to like think about it and cool off and try to self-reflect, because I'm the type of person that if I get into an argument, I like to come to an agreement or come like sit down and come to like an understanding and solve the argument. But that takes time for me to also self-reflect because I also am very stubborn. So it's like if I'm arguing in the height of the moment, it's just gonna be like me trying to be right, me being stubborn, me trying to get my point across. And I'm not really thinking about what is the end result, how to resolve this. So me going away and having my space away from him is my way to self-reflect and have that time. So because I don't really have anywhere to go, I mean, I can go in the other room, but that's not enough for me. We don't have that much space, so eventually he may have to come in here to like do something, you know, like come in the other room or something like that. Like earlier we got into a little disagreement and I just really wanted to leave. I've realized that I'm the person that wants to leave when in an argument, which is not good because I understand that that could be unhealthy. Every time you guys get into a falling out, you just leave, as in not leave like break up, but like leave the house and go have some space, which is okay to do that every now and then, but that shouldn't be like the go-to thing, because I know I wouldn't be okay if that were to happen to me. But it's something that I'm working through, and thankfully my boyfriend is a lot more patient when it comes to that than I am. Speaking of my boyfriend, hey.
Hello.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Let's move on. What's your take on constant posting of your partners? I think that if it works out for you, then great. You know, like if you've been constantly posting your partner and that makes you happy, then good. If you like to share your partner, as long as your partner is okay with that, then that's great. I mean, I feel like there's nothing wrong with that. But as far as me, I'm not really the biggest fan of it because I see what happens when people constantly post their partners. Like then when you constantly post about your partners, you're giving people access or the green light to give their 2 cents about your relationship or your partner. And then it's crazy because when that happens, then people get mad at the other people, but it's like, well, you decided to start posting them. So, and especially constantly. So it's like you posting constantly about yourself. Eventually there are gonna be haters or people feeling entitled to give you their opinion about you. So why wouldn't they do that with somebody you're posting a lot of, you know? So for me, I love my relationship. Honestly, at one point I wanted to have like a couples channel, and I just feel like my relationship is great, you know, and that's something that I want to share. And I feel like there needs to be more examples of just different kind of relationships, because I feel like, I don't know, I feel like there's not really, I mean, there's some examples of like good relationships, but I don't know, I just feel like something that I wanted to do at one point, but I don't think I will ever do that because I like having my privacy within my relationship, and I don't like other people giving their opinions about my relationship. Like I don't want to have to explain my relationship to other people. Also, I feel like once you start posting your partner a lot, people expect that. So then if you stop, then people are like, why aren't you posting? And they get used to that because everybody loves relationships. If you do it, just understand that you're opening that up to people to voice their opinion about your relationship and your partner and stuff like that. But if you don't care about that, then yeah, you just do you. You also have to deal with, if you guys don't work out, then you may have to explain that to other people. And just so many stuff. I mean, you may not have to answer, you can ignore people, but people are gonna pry and ask questions because people get invested in other people's relationships because people love, you know? People love seeing relationships. What do you do when you're pressured with schoolwork and it's affecting your self-esteem? I was an A, B, or mostly A student up until high school. And that's when I just realized that I was more of an artsy person rather than like a book smart person. I mean, I could be, but it's like I was more into the art. I kind of just stopped caring, just trying to make it through high school rather than being the best. I just felt like these tests and this homework is not teaching me anything. Like, yeah, basic math and, you know, social studies, learning about your history and stuff like that, but science and all that other stuff, physics and all this other stuff, I was like, I'm not gonna use this crap. I mean, Sorry, not crap. But I'm not gonna use this, you know, in my future. You know, I'm not gonna need to know these certain things. You are not your grade. Let me just tell you that, okay? There are freaking millionaires out here that got D's and F's in high school. For example, Gary Vaynerchuk, the guy that I like and listen to, that changed my life. He did not get good grades in school, but he's a freaking millionaire and he's happy and he's living his best life. And there's multiple stories of that. Now, that's not to say that you shouldn't take your grades seriously. You should just do your best. And if your best is a freaking C, then that's fine. That just means that that's just not your thing. Tests and stuff like that does not determine how well you're gonna be in the real world, you know? Like, school is so outdated, honestly. So do your best, obviously. I'm not saying this so you can just do mediocre work or whatever and not try your best, but do your best and understand that if your best is a C, then that's okay. You know, that doesn't mean, oh my gosh, you're gonna be unsuccessful or whatever, you know, stuff that you may be hearing from your parents, because they're older and times were a lot different back then. For them, they needed school. They needed to get that good grade, and, you know, having college education and stuff like that was very important in their time. Nowadays, you don't even need to go to college to be successful. Again, I'm not saying that you should go that route, but things are different now, thankfully. And just because you're book smart doesn't mean that you're gonna be street smart or real life smart, you know? So, and I think that you will understand that once you get older. You'll probably look back on this video and be like, yep, like in 5 years, and realize it. I think that's something that you just have to realize once you're out of high school or whatever grade you're in. I'm telling you, as a 24-year-old who did not get the best grades in high school, you know, not to say that I'm successful right now, but maybe I'm not a good example. Although I'm happy and I'm doing well for myself, I guess, barely. I mean, I'm still young here, but, you know, look at, there's millionaires and people that made it and didn't get good grades, and they're doing better than people out here who were really good in school. Maybe talk to people about it. Maybe your parents, explain to them how you feel. Maybe talk to your friends or a counselor if you feel like you need that extra guidance. All right, my hair is moisturized. Now it's time. It is time. I decided that I'm going to, instead of doing my whole hair, I just want to do like a section. I found some inspos on Pinterest. I'll put some pictures around here to show you guys what I'm kind of going for. This is going to be very interesting. Oh my gosh, how much do you put in your hair? If you guys can see that. This smells so bomb. Here we go, we're going in. Okay, we're just gonna. Alright, I'm just gonna move through this fast. I'm pretty sure most of you guys have already watched people do this. Is it even focusing? Wow, that looks nice. Wow. How pretty. Oh my gosh. This stuff actually works. It's the closest gel I could find, and I need to hurry up. Oh shoot, did I just break it? Oh no, it broke. Alright, let's continue answering some questions. How do you keep being your own person while in a relationship? I had trouble with this in the past by putting the relationship as a separate thing away from you. So, for example, you have to make sure that if you're not okay and you're not happy and you're not feeling self-love and you don't feel fulfilled and you don't feel good within yourself, then you're not going to have anything to offer for the relationship. The relationship is not going to thrive. You both are just going to be feeding off of each other, because there's not nothing to bring to the relationship if you're not your own selves outside of the relationship. If you don't have yourselves established. So by that, I mean you need to make sure that you have your own life and you put that as a priority. You should come first before the relationship. So therefore, making sure that you have you time, self-love you time, where you have your time, whether you do whatever you like to do. If you like to paint, if you like to whatever, you just do, you have your own time doing things that you love by yourself. Having your alone time is very, very important in a relationship. I can't stress it enough. I don't understand how there's couples who just literally just be around each other 24/7 and don't have their own time, because I need my alone time. My boyfriend needs his alone time, or we would just drive each other crazy. The relationship wouldn't be like strong, I don't think. I don't know. I don't know if I'm using the right adjective, but yeah, so having your alone time, having you time, then you need to have your friend time. So your boyfriend should not be your only friend. You should hopefully have other friends that you make time for. I don't have a lot of friends. I'll have one like solid best friend, or maybe two, and everybody else I do have like associates or people I check in with every now and then. So I make sure I spend time with them. I mean, it is the pandemic, so I haven't been able to see that many friends, but I also make time to chat with them, have our girl time, whether you want to have a little FaceTime situation or you need to call in with them, you know, every week or whatever, and check in with them. And just have your girl time getaway. Again, girl time doesn't mean you have to have a group of friends. You just need to have your one or two or whatever more solid friend that you go to and you have your time with, and your boyfriend as well. Me and my boyfriend in our relationship, we encourage time alone and we encourage time with other friends. Like, I'm like, when my boyfriend thinking about seeing his friend, I'm like, go see your friends, go have fun. I even be like, have you contacted your friends in a while? Like, you need to go hang out with them, even for me, because that's just important. It's just a different experience. Yeah, with him having time with the guys and me having time with the girls. And then, you know, we get to come together and talk about our experiences or our time together, you know, and we feel refreshed, we feel good. Once we have our self-love, our I'm over here studying what am I, a freaking seal? Once we have our alone time to ourselves, we have that good, and then we have our friendship time, we feel good, and then it's like, I don't know, it brings something new and exciting to the relationship, and we feel fulfilled in all aspects of our life. We don't feel like empty, you know? So I feel like making time for your friends, making time for you, and then you make time for your family, obviously. I feel like that's a no-brainer there. How long have I been in a relationship? 7 years. Our anniversary is on February 4th, Valentine's Day. Isn't that cray-cray? You weren't supposed to see me. I was gonna surprise you. Are you almost finished? Don't look! Babe, you're ruining the surprise. It looks so weird on camera. It's already dryish in the front because it's a gel, but I do want to like play with it and kind of like, I don't know, style it a little bit maybe. This is the last question. I've been with a guy for almost 2 years. He hasn't asked me out yet, and we're 3 hours away. I'm gonna tell you from my experience of one, dealing with guys in the past, being around my cousins and being around his friends and understanding how guys work, and two, by like things that my friends have dealt with in the past. Pretty much I know when a guy is, most likely know when a guy's BSing, and in my honest opinion, I don't feel like that's gonna go anywhere. It's been like 2 years and he hasn't asked you out yet. I mean, I could be wrong, but that doesn't seem like he may want a relationship. He may just like the company of you guys, like doing what you guys have been doing, being what you guys have been. Or you can always, you know, ask him about it. I would definitely voice, if you want to be in a relationship, if you're ready to go out with him or whatever, I would voice and say, I really like you and we've been talking for a while. Do you see this going anywhere anytime soon? Because you obviously like him and you obviously want him to ask you out, since you're asking this question, I'm assuming. And it's been 2 years. Like, it should not take that long. Honestly, guys know if they want to be with you immediately. You know, I feel like guys already know whether you're just going to be somebody that they talk to, or if you're going to be a girlfriend, or if you're going to be wifey. It's very simple for them to know. So If he hasn't made up his mind by now, again, from the outside looking in, that doesn't seem like he may want a relationship, but I definitely would sit down and be honest and talk to him about it, because that's just the thing I always say. Whenever you're dating or talking with a guy, you need to be upfront of your intentions or what you expect out of that whatever. If you're looking for a relationship, if you're dating, then you need to voice that initially. And if some people may be like, oh, I don't want to come on too strong, that's the reason why so many girls expect a relationship out of a guy in the beginning, or expect whatever they're doing with the guy or the dating or the talking to go somewhere, but they didn't even establish in the beginning what that guy is even looking for. Maybe that guy just wants a good time. Maybe that guy just likes having somebody to go to, or having a conversation with, or just a company or whatever. Or, you know, like, so, or maybe that guy is looking for a relationship, then great, you guys should continue. If you both have the same motives going into while you're dating or talking or whatever, then that's good, you guys know. But you don't know that until you communicate that. You don't wait until, you know, it's been 2 years or even a month or 2 months or whatever to be like, oh, well, this hasn't been going anywhere, what's going on? You should establish that in the beginning so you guys know. If I was single and I was dating, I would be upfront and say, like, you know, I am dating right now and looking for a relationship because that's what I want. And if that's not what you are looking for, and if you're just looking for a good time, then we might as well just not even do this and not even, you know, continue what we're doing right now, because it's just gonna end up with me having a broken heart at the end because I expected this to turn into something when it didn't. Which I can't be mad at him or the other person for it, because everybody is at different points in their life. So hopefully that helps. I know some people are probably gonna be like, oh my God, why didn't you just do your whole hair? There's so many people that you can see that does their whole hair. Maybe I'll do it one day or maybe not, I don't know, but I think I like this color as like a highlight, not as a full-on just orange hair thing, because it does have glitter in it and other stuff. So I would love for you guys to like engage more in the comments. Let me know what you guys think of anything that I said in this video. First of all, if you have any questions that you want me to answer in the next Karen Love show, you can either leave it down there if you don't care what other people see, or follow me on my Instagram and watch my stories. That's when I post the entries to the questions for this video. Or if you have any other advice that I may have missed, or if you want to add in your 2 cents or give your advice on anything that I said in this video, please do. I like hearing from different perspectives. I want you guys to be engaged in this too. Like, I want these conversations to continue. Or you can list something that you feel like all girls go through that I should brush up on or talk on more, or just certain things. So I don't know. You know, put something in the comments, because I love when you guys are engaged. Obviously it helps the video, and I just enjoy like talking. That's the whole reason. You guys know I like talking, okay? So yeah, that would be great. And if you don't have anything to say, then just leave a simple little heart, just so I know, and know that you're here and you're watching till the end and you're gaining value from this video, these kind of videos, this show. Okay, you ready? All right, perfect timing. I'm gonna go eat with my boyfriend, and I will see you guys in my next video. Okay, have a great day.